Well, the epigenetics book, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, continues to run up there at number one. We're looking at genetics, epigenetics, and general medicine. So very excited. People are really getting to understand that the genetic theory is a failed medical theory. Remember, there's thousands of failed medical theories every century, going back 5,000 years. And the 20th century and 21st century have been the worst. They have more failed theories than anybody else, okay, any other century. For instance, there are no diseases that are transmitted genetically. It was an overreach by the medical system. Genes will certainly control your eye color, your skin color, your hair color. It'll determine if you're a boy or girl. Genes will determine that your liver cells will make new liver cells as it maintains and repairs itself. Your heart cells will make new heart cells to maintain and repair itself, and so on, okay? And epigenetics is the deal. And I started talking about this before the word was even known back in the 60s when I was working with the Center for the Biology of Natural Systems and Marlin Perkins and looking if pollution had anything to do with the deaths from natural causes. 20,000 autopsies, 10 million chemistries, all of which are kind of written up in the book Epigenetics, is sort of the extension of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. And if you've enjoyed Dead Doctors Don't Lie, you need to get Epigenetics. If you haven't read Dead Doctors Don't Lie yet or listened to the CD, I urge you to get them, the DVD, the CD, the book, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and then go for epigenetics. If you've already read Dead Doctors Don't Lie and listen to the CD and watch the DVD, then get the book, Epigenetics. And the new DVD of my current lecture, which was given at the United Nations August 7th, when I won the Lifetime Achievement Award from the United Nations. Let's see here. Somebody Needs to Go to Jail is the DVD, and the new CD is called Public Enemy Number One, and you know who I'm talking about. And again, epigenetics is totally different than genetics. The medical doctors assume incorrectly that your genes are autonomous, and they're going to do what they're going to do. They're sort of like they are that they are. Okay? It's almost like a godlike statement. I am that I am. And so doctors want you to believe that genes are it. They are unimpeachable. Well, it's not true. Genes are just a blueprint. And you need the 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids to get maximum genetic performance. In other words, to get your maximum genetic potential, all right, to live to be 120 like Grandma did, you're going to need to give your genes, your DNA, your RNA, and your telomeres, little end caps in your chromosomes, everything they need to give you maximum benefit, okay? And we're talking about 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids, and they're going to give your genes, DNA, and RNA, and your telomeres what they need to give you maximum, to maximize your potential, your genetic potential, okay? Just because your grandmother lived to be 120, your granddaddy lived to be 97, doesn't mean you're going to go there, okay? If you're not giving your genes, your DNA, RNA, and your telomeres everything they need, the 90 essential nutrients, you could die at 18 of a heart attack while you're running track for your high school track team, okay? And so this is something that is totally different. And I'm considered one of the founders, one of the fathers of the science of epigenetics because of the work I've done starting in the 1960s. And it was quite a thing to do 20,000 autopsies, 17,000 some change of over 454 species of animals, and 3,000 humans, 10 million chemistries looking for pollution, 10 million slides of special stains looking for pollution. And it turns out that pollution has nothing to do with deaths from natural causes. Any animal, regardless of species, any animal, all vertebrates, and human beings that die of natural causes dies of a nutritional deficiency. In the 1,200-page book that came out of that study, the Center for the Biology of Natural Systems, Washington University, St. Louis Zoo, and Shaw's Botanical Gardens, the book that came out of it, 1,200 pages, is in the Smithsonian Institute as a national treasure. It'll cost them over $1 billion to redo that study. It started out as a $7.5 million study from NIH and quickly grew to $25 million because we were getting results on things they had questions on and no answers. Well, not only is the genetic theory a failed theory, so is the cholesterol and saturated fat theory as being the cause, the basic cause, underlying cause of cardiovascular disease. Congestive heart failure is the deficiency of a single vitamin. All this is in the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. Okay, you need to read it in detail. It'll add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life. Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. Congestive heart failure is caused by deficiency of a single vitamin. Cardiomyopathy heart disease, Keyshawn disease, is a deficiency of a single mineral. And I've personally done 1,700 autopsies on kids under the age of 12 that have died of that one, okay? And then the coronary artery disease, where you get obstructive artery disease, plaque, and all this stuff, did special stains on sheep and peacocks and lizards and all kinds of stuff, and they're getting coronary artery disease. They published this stuff, okay, in scientific journals, 75 publications. This stuff is in the book. Diseases of exotic animals. It's in the Smithsonian Institute as a national treasure. Came out of that 20,000 autopsy study, okay, the disease of exotic animals. And this book, right now, if you can find one for less than $2,000, you better get it. The ones that are in pristine, perfect condition, they're selling for $25,000. Originally, when they came out in the early 70s, W.B. Saunders published it. Guess what? It was $140. Now it's $25,000, okay? Because they'd have to spend $1 billion to repeat that research. And I urge you to get a hold of the book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the DVD, Somebody Needs to Go to Jail, and the CD, Public Enemy Number 1, and add that on to your reading, listening to, and watching Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Well, stick with us. We'll be back with more truth, justice, and the longevity way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
When you perspire, working or playing, your body is losing more than just water. That's why it tastes salty. But what you're sweating out is more than just salt and potassium, as some sports drinks will have you believe. One of the most well-known sports drinks only has 2 nutrients, and it's loaded with sugar. Some have a mineral or two with a couple of vitamins. Longevity's exceptional sports drink, Rebound FX, is chock full of cancer-fighting antioxidants, a full spectrum of vitamins, plant-derived minerals, and herbs. Rebound FX is a highly absorbable liquid supplement that gives you quick, sustained energy. Rebound FX supports cardiovascular health, immune health, and boosts stamina and energy. Don't short yourself during and after your workout with just a couple of nutrients. Drink Longevity's Rebound FX for optimal health. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Through his research as a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that most health problems afflicting livestock can be prevented and even reversed. Many of these same health challenges also occur in humans. These too can be prevented and reversed. Doc's original formula, called the pig arthritis formula, alleviated all arthritis symptoms in animals. The same basic formula has been developed for humans, called the Pig Pack, which includes plant-derived minerals, a multiple vitamin complex, glucogel, and EFAs. Add to that Longevity's OsteoFX Plus, a proprietary blend of liquid calcium, magnesium, and glucosamine. Now you have the Pig Pack Plus to make up the 90 essential nutrients Dr. Wallach has identified as necessary for sustained good health and longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, I've got a Fox News story here today, headlined, Flavonoids in Fruits and Veggies May Help Fight Weight Gain with Age. And, of course, that does vindicate you, as you've been talking about the importance of flavonoids for as long as I've known you. It goes on to say, eating lots of fruits and veggies rich in flavonoid molecules might help adults minimize weight gain as they age. This is all from a recent study saying most plants contain different flavonoids in varying concentrations. Scientists believe these naturally occurring compounds have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that could help explain some of the health benefits associated with diets rich in fruits and veggies. According to the lead author here, a Monica Bertoia of the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, says we found that increased intake of fruits like apples, berries, and grapes were associated with less weight gain, and these are high sources of some types of flavonoids. Say not all flavonoids were linked to reduced weight gain. The goal of this research was to determine which fruits and vegetables may be the best for weight maintenance in order to refine dietary guidelines. To examine the connection between flavonoids and weight, Bertoia and colleagues analyzed a survey data on about 124,000 U.S. health professionals collected between 1986 and 2011, excluded people with chronic diseases and individuals who were obese at the start of the surveys. They had participants report their weight every 2 years and completed dietary questionnaires every 4 years. Based on what people said they ate, researchers used the U.S. Department of Agriculture data on flavonoid content in specific foods to determine how much of these compounds participants consumed. Across all the studies, half the participants consumed at least 224 milligrams to 247 milligrams of flavonoids each day. Over each 4-year period, they gained an average of 2.2 to 4.4 pounds. People with the higher average flavonoids consumption tended to gain slightly less weight. This was all reported in the British Medical Journal. The difference amounted to about 1/10 to 3/5 of a pound. To measure the impact of all flavonoids, researchers adjusted for a wide variety of factors that influence weight gain, including age, gender, exercise, smoking, alcohol, caffeine, sleep, and sedentary television time. Counted for other things people consumed, such as juices, fried foods, whole versus refined grains, full fat versus low fat, sodas, processed versus non-processed, meats, trans fats, and seafood. Findings suggest that choosing high flavonoid fruits and vegetables such as apples, pears, berries, and peppers may help with weight control. So there you go, Doc. You're vindicated once again.
Well, thank you, Doug, for digging these things up. I really appreciate that. And again, as this researcher said, that flavonols actually have great antioxidant power and great anti-inflammatory power. And one of the things that people do when they have inflammation in their joints or their back or muscles, they tend to want to eat comfort foods to make them feel better. And so without these flavonoids, they have the anti-inflammatory effect and the antioxidant effect. When people don't feel good, they have inflammation, they're going to eat more comfort foods. And so they're going to eat more things like ice cream and bread and pasta and cookies and things of that nature, and soft drinks with the high fructose corn syrup in them, which are easy calories to absorb and easy calories to gain weight from. And so it does have a piece of the puzzle. There's no doubt about it that, and this is one of the reasons, before I go on, this is one of the reasons why we have 115 fruits and berries and vegetables in the Beyond Tangerine, BTT, because of this anti-inflammatory effect and the antioxidant effect. So we're trying to kill about 10 birds with one stone here. And then, of course, there's other nutrients involved that work right along with the flavonoids. And together, nutritional deficiencies cause people to gain weight. And you supplement with all 90 essential nutrients, people will lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. We see thousands of people every month who accomplish this. Why not you? Thank you, Doug, for bringing that up. Contact your Youngevity associate and ask for the book, Hell's Kitchen. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Indio, California. And Sandra, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Okay, I'm sorry, was that Sandra?
Yes, Sandra.
Okay, you have to speak up a little bit, please.
Okay, can you hear me now?
That's better.
Okay, what does one do for shingles? I am suffering so with this. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Is there anything I can
Shingles,
take?
of course. Shingles is a chickenpox virus, and it'll probably be with you forever. But you can keep it subdued so it's not giving you any clinical symptoms. You won't have the itching and the pain and the burning and the blisters on the skin and so forth. But you're going to have to do some work, okay? Number one, shingles will lay dormant in your body, stored away in your nerve cells, your lymph nodes and so forth. You get tired, you get overworked, you get undernourished, you don't have enough nutrition for your immune system to work properly. That shingles will pop up again and again and again. Oftentimes it just pops up in the same place all the time. Sometimes it'll be in a different place in your body every time it pops up. So, several things you need to do here. How much do you weigh, Sandra?
140.
Okay. Do you have any other issues? Any high blood pressure, diabetes?
I have osteoarthritis.
Okay. But none of the other ones. No high blood pressure, no diabetes.
No, my blood pressure, it's fluctuating.
Your blood pressure is fluctuating?
Yes, one time I'll go to the doctor, it'll be 100 over 70, then the next time it'll be 140 over 80.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, well, it might be just nerves. They call it white coat hypertension. Your blood pressure goes up 10, 20 points when you go to a doctor's office because you're nervous. That's a possibility. And what you need to do is run it, test it yourself at home. Okay, so that'll be a truer picture of what's going on with your blood pressure. Do you have any history of skin problems or asthma?
Yes, I have slight asthma. That's what the emergency doctor told me.
Okay, you went to the emergency room for breathing problems?
Yeah, I had bronchitis, and then he said to me, "You have slight asthma."
Okay, do you have any children?
No.
Okay, do you have any brothers and sisters?
No.
Okay, so you're a single child and no children yourself.
Right.
All right. Okay, Shar, what's going on here? 140 pounds. Sandra has a little bit of asthma. She's got the shingles, got osteoarthritis. She's got high blood pressure that kind of fluctuates around. What's going on?
She's got a gluten intolerance.
Absolutely. Very good. You get an A+. And what would you do for her, 140 pounds? What would you give her for this sort of kaleidoscope problem?
I would give her a healthy bone and joint pack, and then I'd also add the killer biotic, and she could put colloidal silver on top of any sores from the shingles. But killer biotic will stop her from getting it back, probably.
What would you give her for the high blood pressure piece?
I'd give her the Daily Classic and the Niacin Plus.
Okay. Very good. So at 140 pounds, I'd go ahead and, first of all, get rid of all the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils of gluten. I'd go ahead and get one of the healthy, I'd go for the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. Get that selenium in there. Get an extra bottle of selenium so you can take 3 of those twice a day. Get an extra bottle of the osteo so you can take an ounce twice a day. And high blood pressure, Shara said, I go ahead and take the Ultimate Daily Classics. Take 3 of those twice a day, 2 bottles a month. What was the other one you said, Shara?
Oh, I said...
Well, let's head to Colorado. And Robert, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Robert. You're on the air.
Hi, Doctor.
Yes, sir. How can we help you?
My 83-year-old father, 155 pounds, was diagnosed with myelostatic syndrome, leukemia, and they would have to give him massive doses of the chemo, and they said that would kill him at his age. So I need protocol and your recommendation on products for him.
Sure. Okay. Does he have any other issues, any high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis?
No. He had a little bit of Parkinson's.
A little bit of Parkinson's. Okay, well, that's another issue. Okay. Parkinson's, mild, okay. Any skin problems, any history of bowel problems?
A little bit of constipation, and then he was getting the blood spots around on his hands and stuff like that.
Was he taking blood thinners?
No.
Taking an aspirin, anything like that?
Yes, but he's off of that.
Okay, good. I was going to say, yeah, he needs to cut back on whatever he was taking there. All right. Let's see here. So a little bit of Parkinson's. He's got a history of constipation. He's got leukemia as his major life-threatening thing here right now. And so, Shar, what would you do for this guy? What would you do for this 83-year-old fella who's Robert's dad?
I give him 2 healthy brain and heart packs.
Okay.
And then the arsenic and the minerals will help with the leukemia. Right?
Yep. Very good.
And then I would get him on probably Fucoid Z, the Immortalium, and probably the Ocean's Gold too.
Okay. What would you do for the Parkinson's?
Parkinson's. Oh, he needs to eat a lot of eggs and stuff.
Yeah. Sure. He needs to eat about 8-10 eggs a day. Soft boiled, soft poached, soft scrambled butter. He also, it wouldn't hurt to throw in the Synaptive. I'd have him take 2 of those twice a day, 3 a day, twice a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month of Synaptive. As you said, 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart Packs, a full dose of everything twice a day. And then I'd also throw in the Ocean's Gold, as you said, 3 of those twice a day, 2 bottles a month. That's for the sea cucumber that's in there. And the Healthy Brain and Heart Packs actually has the selenium in it, very, very good, and an extra bottle of minerals. Wouldn't hurt to get an extra bottle of minerals, so you could take an extra ounce a day, a half ounce twice a day, a tablespoon twice a day, the extra minerals. And that's going to give him a little more of the trace minerals that will support his immune system. There was a big study by New York University, came out, got to be 2004, something like that. And it was like a 10-year study on some of the leukemias. They're really vicious, aggressive leukemias. And after 10 years on the study with these trace minerals, in fact, it was one trace mineral, they said, well, we're just going to shut the study down because nobody's dying. They're in permanent remission. It was a really great study. We'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to Bloomfield, Connecticut, and Pam, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Pam, you're on the air.
Hi, good afternoon, Dr. Wallach.
Hi, how can we help you?
Yes, I'm calling for a friend. She is in the hospital as we speak. She had half of her foot amputated due to severe diabetes. Her diabetes now is down so that they can amputate the rest of her leg from the knee up. The reason why they're doing it is because they said the nerves are not, she's not getting any blood flow, oxygen, and now her bone is experiencing, I guess, some...
Is they going to amputate her leg at the hip?
No, they want to amputate it from the knee, above the knee, down.
Oh, from above the knee down. Okay.
They already...
All right, how much does she weigh?
She's overweight. She weighs about 170 or 80 pounds.
And how tall is she?
She's 5'4".
Okay. Yeah, 5'4". I'd like to see her weigh 130, so she might be 40 pounds overweight. Does she have any other issues other than diabetes? Does she have any asthma or skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, or bowel problems like irritable bowel syndrome, anything like that?
No, I just asked her. I was just at the hospital. Just has and she's had high numbers for a long time, she said.
Of A1C and blood sugar and stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. This is a Shar thing. What would you do for a 170-pound lady who already had part of her foot amputated, and now they're going to amputate some more of her leg? What would you do? She got diabetes. This is her basic problem.
Well, she's probably got a gluten intolerance. I'd get her on a gluten-free diet. And 2 healthy blood sugar packs, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very, very good. Yeah, exactly. And so Char's correct. She needs to change her diet. This has got her in trouble. She needs to stay away from all the fried foods, the processed meats, or nitrates and nitrites. It means no deli slices, sandwich meats, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, and absolutely no oils. It means no microwave popcorn, no deli or theater popcorn, absolutely no olive oil, coconut oil, margarine, mayonnaise, soda, and cooking oil, and no gluten, no wheat, no barley, rye, oats, even a gluten-free slice of bread, one slice of bread, either the white bread or the whole grain gluten-free bread, will raise your blood sugar faster and higher than a heaping tablespoon of white table sugar. So she's really got to crank down on the diet here. And then Char's correct. At 170 pounds, she should have 2 of the healthy blood sugar packs per month. And I would, since she's going through all this stuff, I'd also get her an extra bottle of just sweeties so she could take 9 a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner, and then a full dose of everything else and the 2 healthy blood sugar packs twice a day. And let's see here. I would also throw in, let's see here. What would you do, Char, to kind of get her stem cells working, get her immune system working? What would you throw in on top of all this?
I'd give her the immortalium.
Perfect. Exactly. I'd go ahead and give her 3 immortalium tablets twice a day, and that'll be 2 bottles a month. And then she should test her fasting blood sugar every morning before she medicates herself. And I would have her lower her medication as her doctors taught her to do as her blood sugar drops, and it will. Her A1C hemoglobin will drop. And if she has sort of a residual infection, if she's got this nagging infection in those legs, which contributed to her amputations, I would definitely throw her on the something like Killer Biotic. Okay, Killer Biotic. And 3 of those twice a day. And what would you do, Char, let's see here, what would you do for, let's say, control of infection at the surgical site on her leg when they do all these amputations and things? There's oftentimes infections because their immune system's down anyways, and so they're in the hospital, they're going to get exposed to all kinds of nasty bugs. What would you do topically? What would you do to put on her leg to help her control the bugs?
I'd give her colloidal silver for one thing, and she could also use PureWorks. Exactly.
Very good. Yeah, I would go ahead and use like a dropper full of our Envision colloidal silver in a couple ounces of water, like a shot glass full of water, and put that in the spray bottle and spray that on the surgical wound, and it'll keep the bacterial and viral and fungus and yeast count down. And then that's the Envision colloidal silver. And then the Pure Works. Her personal hygiene has got to be, she can't be touching her wound and then touching her eyes and that sort of thing. So she needs to be using Pure Works on her hands, Pure Works on her face. You got to. We actually have a liquid shower gel from the Pure Works. We have the spray and the foam. So she's going to have to be clean, because sometimes these surgeons are very good technically when they do surgery, but then the secondary infection after the surgery is what kills the patient. Okay, so to be careful for your friend, make sure she's getting the Pure Works and the colloidal silver on top of all this other stuff. It'll save her life. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Brookdale, California, and Suzzane, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Suzzane, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Thank you for taking my call.
You bet. How can we help you?
I am deathly afraid of going blind. My mom ended up legally blind, and I have an appointment in a couple of weeks with the ophthalmologist.
Mm-hmm.
And
what was your mom's blindness? Was it macular degeneration or glaucoma or what?
4 different things: macular degeneration, glaucoma, cataracts, and one more thing which I can't remember. But I've been twice to an ophthalmologist, and they tested for all of those things. And aside from now being 56 and needing glasses, I've been using the cheaters, and they told me last time, use the cheaters as long as you can. So my son has had me taking tangy tangerine. I'm new to all this, by the way, and he just ordered Vision FX, I think. So anyway, I'm going to go there and tell the ophthalmologist that I'm taking these things, and I'm going to go back hopefully in 6 months and see if my vision has improved.
Okay, well, the main thing is you want to make sure that if you do have glaucoma, you want to stay on the drops and then only reduce the drops gradually based on the numbers. You need to go on a regular basis if you have glaucoma. And none of these eye diseases are genetic, okay, and they have nothing to do with old age. They have to do with what we're eating and what we're not getting in our diets. And what do you weigh, Suzzane?
I weigh 170.
And how tall are you?
5'6".
Okay, 5'6". 5'6", I'd like to see you weigh 150, so maybe 15, 20 pounds we need to work on there. And, okay, any other issues, any eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, any history of asthma?
Other than being chubby and loving to eat, I am pretty darn healthy.
Okay, Shar, what causes people to really enjoy eating more? They're craving things and binge eat and, had extra helpings. What causes that?
Pica and cribbing. It's a lack of minerals.
There you go, lack of minerals. Okay, which goes along with the eye things you have. And there's, the 3 major eye diseases, of course, are cataracts, glaucoma, which is a vascular disease in the eye, and then macular degeneration is free radical damage to the retina, the lining of the eye. And they're all easily dealt with. You've got to get rid of the bad stuff. So hang on, we'll come back, and we'll give you a program on your diet, we'll give you a program on a supplement program, and we'll go from there. We'll be right back after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, United for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go right back to California and Suzzane. And Shar, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, very good. And so 170 pounds, what would you do for this nice lady, Suzzane? She's concerned about her vision, which is, sort of at the place where she's concerned and she wants to not fall blind like her mom. So what do we do for her?
Well, because your eyes are your brain, I would give her 2 healthy brain and heart packs based on her weight. And that includes the calcium for the glaucoma, And she can continue taking the Vision FX that she's got. I would give her that.
I'd have her take 3 of those twice a day. 2 bottles. And what would you do for the circulation in the eye?
Oh, then she could take the Daily Classic and the Niacin Plus.
Very good. Yeah, I'd have her take 3 of the Ultimate Daily Classic twice a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month. I'd also have her take 2 of those Ultimate Niacin Pluses twice a day. It'll be 2 bottles a month, and that's to support healthy pressure in the eye and healthy blood flow in the eye and the brain and the heart and kidneys and so forth. And let's see here. Also, what would you do to, let's see here, she needs some more auric points. What would you do for more auric points?
I'd give her the BTT 2.0 tablets.
Very good. BTT 2.0 tablets, Beyond Tangerine 2.0 tablets. I'd go ahead and take 3 of those twice a day, be 2 bottles a month. That's going to get your auric points, your antioxidant points, above 320,000 a day. It's very important. The average American takes in about 8 to 10,000 auric points a day. The people who live long, healthful lives, never get these eye diseases, are ones who take in 50,000 to 100,000 a day. When you have serious degenerative diseases, you need to really ramp up and take more. And it's imperative not only to get your auric points up, and 320,000 a day is where I am, just for prevention, but you also want to avoid the ongoing damage. So what would you do for her diet so she avoids the ongoing damage, Shar?
Well, she needs to be on a gluten-free diet.
Okay. And what else?
Of course, no burnt animal fat, no oils, especially no oils. No salad oil, no olive oil, none of that.
Okay. What about fried foods?
No fried foods. No fried foods.
Not even stir-fried, extra virgin olive oil?
No, especially not that.
Okay, yeah, no oils, no trans fats, no heterocyclic amines, no acrylamides. That means no microwave popcorn, no theater popcorn, no olive oil, coconut oil, margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oils. And this is a lifetime deal. You have to be obsessive about this. And remember, your eyes are a reflection of your brain because they're actually part of the brain, just sticking out there on a stalk, the optic nerve, but they're really part of the brain. And so what's happening in your eyes is also happening in your brain. And so you really got to deal with that. Now, if you feel you want to lose 20, 30 pounds, you could take what would you add to her program if she wanted to lose 20, 30 pounds, Shar?
ASAP.
ASAP. Put a dropper full under your tongue 30 minutes for each meal. And you'll lose a little bit of weight on this program. And just getting gluten-free, you'll lose 5 or 10 pounds without trying. But if you want to lose the full 30 pounds in a reasonable amount of time, I'd go ahead and add a bottle a month of the ASAP, as Shar said. Put a dropper full under your tongue 30 minutes for each meal. And let it absorb through your oral tissues so you don't swallow it. It won't hurt you if you swallow it, but you won't get maximum benefit. Call us every couple of weeks. Certainly call us when you go to the doctor and get some assessment of what's going on in the eyes, and let us know whether things are staying the same, getting better, getting worse, and we'll tweak this for you and work with you. Okay, Doug, how much time we got?
You got about 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take it. Remind everybody to get the new book as #1 bestseller, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the new DVD, Somebody Needs to Go to Jail, and the new CD, Public Enemy #1. And these are an extension of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. And if you haven't listened to and watched or read Dead Doctors Don't Lie, get that first and then get Epigenetics, Somebody Needs to Go to Jail, and Public Enemy #1. But if you read it, watched it, listened to it, then get the new stuff. Thank you, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug and Richard. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. Pure Works to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. Pure Work disinfecting spray is EPA FDA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Youngevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Youngevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many ancient legacy oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. Keep Ancient Legacy's tea tree oil in your medicine chest for first aid. Tea tree oil is great for soothing the itching and stinging associated with insect bites, burns, scrapes, and other skin irritations. It's also effective as an antiseptic. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the health benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit selection of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America, all carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. Try JavaFit's Immune Plus, a full, robust coffee blend combined with the immune-supporting benefits of echinacea and the full-spectrum daily requirement of vitamins and minerals. Boost your immune system every day with JavaFit's Immune Plus multivitamin coffee. Available in 30-count single cup or 24-count single pot packs. Contact your local Youngevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. 3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. If you're up several times every night to go to the bathroom, have frequent urination during the day, feel like you have to urinate but then have difficulty getting a stream going, have leaking, dribbling, or urgency to the point a restroom must always be nearby, you may have an enlarged prostate. According to the National Kidney Foundation, by age 60, more than half of all men have an enlarged prostate, or BPH. By age 85, that number is 90%, according to the American Urological Association. Ultimate ProstFX from Longevity has been developed for nutritional support of the prostate gland. ProstFX promotes prostate health and supports healthy prostate function. Stop sprinting to the restroom and avoid those embarrassing moments with ProstFX from Longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Longevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, a formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Longevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Longevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about longevity home-based business opportunities.